Welcome to the most disliked show on YouTube.
Leave Benny alone!
Christopher McCandless, the subject of Jon Krakauer's great book Into the Wild, was a great student at Emory University, graduated with high marks, came from a well-to-do family in Virginia, had a father who I believe worked for NASA or something of that nature. This is a person that had everything going for him, but he decided to disappear. He decided to live off the grid for a while, travel the West, and his final destination was Alaska. But before he did that, he donated all $24,000 in his bank account to a hunger organization, Oxfam America. In Jon Krakauer's first book, it's not really touched upon the fact that there were allegedly abuse issues within the home, physical abuse perpetrated by the father. No one in Chris's family knew over the, I believe it was 2 years that he had been traveling, knew where he was, how to find him, knew anything about him. He simply disappeared. And eventually he died. He died in Alaska alone. Today we're going to talk to his father. Today we're going to get an exclusive interview with Chris McCandless's father. Hey, I am here with Chris McCandless's father. Thank you so much for spending time with us. So thank you so much for. What's that? Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
No problem.
So in Jon Krakauer's first book, Into the Wild, it's not really touched upon because he didn't have the information, because your daughter actually had to write a book that said that you abused them physically.
What? The daughter said that?
Your daughter, yes.
No, I never did touch him. I physically told him with my mouth that he should, get to doing something. He just wasn't materialistic. He just was so nonchalant. But I don't say could be verbal abuse, but not physical. Moving your mouth is physical.
What about in the movie? What about the movie? You're grabbing your wife, you're grabbing her by the arm. You're grabbing her by the arm.
That's the movie. That never happened. They put that in for show. This is the movies. Not everything in the movies is true.
Did Chris ever try to contact you when he was away from home? Why wouldn't he contact you as his father? Because he was he was upset.
He was dissociated with everything materialistic, with society and everything.
What do you think drove him down that road? Because relations were strained with you because you were abusing him.
No, he had his own independent thoughts. He thought this way for long. That's why he drove that old car. I offered him a new car at graduation. He said, "Dad, I don't need that. There's nothing wrong with this $100 old Datsun, yellow Datsun."
So you said he was at school at Arizona State?
Well, he went there, yeah.
Was he in school at Arizona State University?
Yes, he was. Some people think he went to Virginia, but no. The book I told you is wrong.
Did Jon Krakauer falsify information in the book?
Wrong. Why would they say Virginia? That's where all the people got killed. He would not go to those type of places. I know it was before, but he knew that they were going to be killed in Virginia, so that's why he went to Arizona State. You got the peaceful, loving Sun people down there. The hippies are closer to California down there.
Some of the people that Chris was with before he went to Alaska, he spent time with a lot of different types of people, hippie types, people living off the grid, Grateful Dead types, nudists, that sort of thing.
Right.
What are your feelings about those people?
I did not know he was doing that.
You told him to do it, didn't you? You said go live with these nudists.
No, I did not tell him. He did all that on his own. He was totally so different than me that I was materialistic, was into all this with NASA and stuff.
So you admit to being materialistic.
But he was totally against all that. He's seen through the phoniness of materialistic people and wanted.
So you're calling yourself phony now?
Well, I don't know if we call it phony. It's just who people are. It's getting worse today than it was then. It's all about greed and money, but he wasn't that way. He did want to live off the land and live with people that had nothing.
But I thought you wanted him to be a lawyer.
Oh yeah, but
how is he going to live off the land and then also be a lawyer?
That's why he ran, because I expected too much of him. Now, is that abuse? Is that physical abuse?
You were violent. You were at a violent temper. What about your daughter's book?
No, I did not do any of that. It's just like Tanya Hardy said her mom was physically abused. She wasn't. That's part of growing up. You try to make the best for your child. It don't always work. Tanya did her own thing and my kid did his own thing. Now I can't hold that against him because now he's dead.
John McCandless, thank you so much for being with us today. Thanks for the insights. And I have to tell you, I believe you. I believe you.
He died living his life the way he wanted to. That was his choice.
And what an amazing life it was.
Yes.
We're still talking about him. See, that's the positive thing, is we're still talking about him 25, 26 years later.
Because they give me no royalties. I get nothing from this. The money it makes, I don't even know who it goes to, but this is about my son. You would think they would put it for a good cause to, I don't know what cause. I don't even know where it goes to, but
Give it to me. Shit.
This guy over here says he'll take some money for royalties from it. Maybe he's taking money now. Maybe they are giving money through the daughter. Maybe she's taking money and giving it to some, I don't know, to help the hippies and the people he loved.
All right, this is my annual fundraising drive. Now, if you enjoy the content here, chip in $1, just $1. That's all I ask. $1. You can give whatever you want, but please do $1. Is it fair? Is it fair that guys like Charlie Rose get money but not me? Let me quit this job.
Contribute on the About screen of the channel by clicking on the PayPal button. Please remember to subscribe and hit the dislike button at the bottom of the page.